All right, you star-spangled fuckwit. Let's dive into this currency shit show with the British pound and the US dollar.
All right, yeah,
the pound,
definitely can't
that's the
air
UK's fancy-ass money.
HR,
There you go.
HR, hello, alert.
Hello, my friends.
Record.
Thank you for joining us for the PEBCAK Podcast, a weekly information security show featuring some all-around good people. It is week 29 of 2025. I'm Chris Louie, and back from the Great North. With me, we have the Cloud God, who is joining us while on his PTO.
Well, you know, I
What a
mean,
man.
damn, my gain is so high right now. Let me start it over. Yes, took the day off. Got a big weekend coming up. And yeah, just actually, let's be real. I am checking emails, I'm coordinating some YouTube series, and I'm getting ready to record a video for a customer. So that's the reason why I took the day off, so I can get caught up. Oh, and then my self-reflection BS for work.
Commitment. I like
You
it.
took the day off from work so you can focus on doing work. Got it.
Pretty much, yeah. That's the gist of it.
No good deed goes unpunished.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And we do not have Glenn Medina this week, as he is visiting his HQ and busy working. Which kind of confused me, because his HQ is maybe an hour south of me, and he said he was getting on a plane. Like, did he really take a plane from his house to San Jose? I gotta ask him that later.
He gets to fly
See
private
if that's-
now because he's a big dog.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, maybe it's a private jet.
CEO's jet.
Yeah, those companies, they spend big money on private planes because they overcharge their customers. Just kidding.
Our first guest co-host this week is the Macho Man Scott Savage. I actually randomly bumped into Scott when I was in Dallas. He and I just happened to be at the same bar, so just randomly bumped into him. That was a funny coincidence.
You at a bar?
Well, welcome.
There's a joke in there somewhere.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
not
welcome
random.
back. I'm glad to have you on the show.
Thanks, appreciate it. Rest in peace, Randy Poffo, the aka the Macho Man. But
What about
not
Hulk?
to mention this week, rest in peace, Hulkster.
Yeah.
Hulkster and Ozzy. We lost Ozzy this week, too.
Hey, so is it just me, or is there an abundance of celebrity deaths this week?
They come in threes, so you got...
Well, it's been more than
third
3.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
It's
Theo
been
Huxtable, right? Malcolm Jamal Warner. And any trumpet player fans out there, Chuck Mangione also
Chunk
passed
Banjo.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2025. Not off to a good start, I guess.
Or Bon
It's
Jovi, baby.
July.
We're
What
more
do you
than
mean it's
halfway
not
there.
Just getting caught up, buddy.
Our second guest co-host this week is the finance meme lord himself, Ben Kessler. Ben is a longtime listener, first-time caller, so welcome to the show, Ben.
You've
Great
been
to be
on here, haven't
Thanks
you?
for having me. No, sir. First time.
Dang.
Yeah, glad to have you on.
You remind me of like the Werther. Was it Werther's original? Is that a candy?
Great.
Like, I have a feeling.
Yes, I'm that old. Yes.
Well, no, I just
that
imagine
old
like
guy.
I'm like, hey, bro, do you have a candy? And you'd probably you reach into your pocket and you just have Werther's original in there.
Here's a little bit of lint and a few Werther's originals.
Yeah,
It's all fine. It's all
a
fine.
wheat penny.
It's-
Probably have some wheat pennies for you too.
Yeah.
Come here, good boy. Have you been a good boy? Let me give you a penny.
You're the
He's
type
not
of guy
the
that probably
Pepperidge
always
Farm
has a
guy.
dog treat, right? Like anytime you see a dog, you have bacon in your pocket for no random reason.
Well, the dogs like me better that way.
Yeah.
At least he's not the Pepperidge Farms guy on that meme.
Yeah,
I
true.
remember
Pepperidge
when-
Farm remembers. Yeah. Combined, we have decades of information security experience here, not just to educate, but to entertain. We've got 4 awesome stories for this week, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. This week, we're going to talk about Ring cameras potentially getting hacked. The UK banned ransomware payments. For our third topic, YubiKey gets bypassed, and close with Emoji talk. For our first topic, this one hits a little close to home for one of us hosts. Ring Security, now owned by Amazon, allegedly deployed a bug in the backend that introduced a flurry of unauthorized login alerts for Ring users. Ring users would have seen mysterious devices logging into their online Ring account on May 28th. Now, this seems plausible since every unauthorized login alert was dated May 28th. It's highly unlikely that a threat actor hit every account at the same time unless they use something like a script to automate their attack.
The timestamp was the same too, wasn't it? It was like
Yeah.
6:57 p.m. or something.
It was AM, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Implausible.
I mean,
Even
I
then,
mean, it's plausible
it
if they
seems
had like 300 users or 300 customers, but like it's probably
millions
yeah.
of
yeah.
logins, yeah. Even then, it seems unlikely that they could have hit every account without some type of rate limit protection. I'm on the side that this was a back-end database bug, but some users are not convinced. I've been part of organizations where a database bug caused an issue, and even with proper QA, the patch should have been deployed within a day. However, Ring accounts still show the unauthorized logins days later.
Yeah, I think as a best practice, just go in there and remove those devices, just for the hell of it, you know.
Just in case.
I don't know that Ring did themselves any favors with their quote that they gave Bleeping Computer, right? Saying that all the things that in there should have been legitimate connections from in the past, just with the weird
Old devices.
Yeah, and people are like, yeah, but I've never been to that country, or I don't know what that device is, right? You know, Fred's iPhone, you know, I don't have a Fred. So that they didn't do themselves any favors.
Maybe it sounds like they cross-pollinated data potentially, right?
Most likely, yeah. I'm sure there was a Fred's iPhone that logged in at some point. Maybe not to your account, but to maybe to Scott's account. And then, yeah, that device name just got tied.
This is why I use Ubiquity. I keep my cameras offline and keep my storage local. Zero trust, baby, right?
Yep. Well, how do you access it remotely then?
I can access my console from the cloud, no problem.
The Zscaler cloud?
Sure.
Are you
That,
using the cloud
As far
controller?
as you know.
Oh.
Are you using the cloud controller?
Sure.
Because they got
For
breached.
Unified.
Yeah,
I use the Unified Cloud Controller, yeah.
Yeah, but they got popped like a due date, man.
So my data's not there. That's just the access path to get to my console, which lives locally.
True. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Do you like those Ubiquity
Oh, yeah.
cameras?
I do. Yeah, not bad. So I think they get into a flavor of the week problem, right, with firmware. So you gotta, once you find something stable, just stay on it and stop doing upgrades.
I always stay one rep back, and I would do it in December, like when I was home, enough that if I screw the pooch, I can, I'm not on the road trying to rebuild stuff.
Yeah, in case you
Yeah,
have
don't
to
break stuff when you're gone. That's always the worst
physically
scenario.
access the device and hit the reset button.
Yeah.
The home tech support hours of operation are a little harder to support your users when you're not around, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This kind of brings up an interesting question, right? So if you think about zero trust, so we do put trust in our cloud providers that they're doing the right thing. So then, not to take this on a tangent, but let's talk about the whole Microsoft issue and the fact that they had offshore engineers being escorted to access Fed accounts, right? Similar kind of trust problem is that the cloud provider didn't necessarily do what was expected or intended, right?
The road to hell
Yep.
is paved with great intentions, right? And the saying is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Literally.
Well, bringing it slightly back on topic, but still a tangent. Ring got into trouble a few years ago with sharing their videos to law enforcement, and then they said they weren't
With
gonna
barely
do
a warrant.
that. Right? No warrants in many cases, right? And there's a article in The Verge this week saying that they've quietly re-enabled that. So they partner with
Quietly, of course.
with Axon, who does a lot of
The body cam
cams.
company.
Mm-hmm. And so apparently not so much anymore. They're going to start giving your video away again. But you have control of whether you share it or not.
Is it the other one too that kind of sucked was the Amazon Sidewalk? You remember that one?
Oh, where they were sharing your Wi-Fi through the 900 megahertz band
They
or something.
still are, aren't they?
Well, you
I think
could-
they're still
yeah, you
It's
had to
kind of
opt
like
out.
how it's kind of like how AirTags work, right? They feed off of existing iPhones nearby, right? And just use your Wi-Fi or your 5G
Easier
to
Alexa
propagate signal.
devices.
Yeah.
I don't like AirTags for the sheer fact that anything allows them to connect to it, whether it's an Android or an iPhone. I feel like if I could do like a netstat-an to see what's connected to my iPhone, I'd probably throw up. Like, it's just like, I wish I could opt out of that. Probably could with the lockdown mode, right? I should probably check.
It's like the surveillance state, right? It's like everything is talking to everything if it's in near proximity.
Yeah. Like, isn't that kind of messed up? And also, somebody was saying the other day, is like if we're in the same room, connected, and I have the Wi-Fi and you don't, like, it will share with you. I'm like, that's messed up. Like what's going on? And then somebody was saying that was through iCloud. Like, is like how that was
that's a feature.
But that's
they
not
claim
true.
it's a feature.
Yeah, they claim
it's only for contacts. It's only supposed to be your contacts. It says like if I'm on Wi-Fi and you're trying to type in a password, and it'll pop up a notice on my phone that says, Brian's trying to connect to the Wi-Fi. Do you want to share the password? And then you hit yes, and then you're
This is where I call bullshit, though. Like, I believe them as I don't. When I'm sitting in a customer's office and I open up my iPad with no 4G or 5G connectivity, and the salesperson, which I have contact shared with, shares the password to the Wi-Fi with me.
Just happened to me yesterday in Houston.
So there is no iCloud.
Office.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not.
Yeah, it's near field. It's near field communication. Absolutely, because you can't get connected to the cloud till you have the password to, So it's using the airdropping kind of.
But everyone else would tell you, no, it's because you're iCloud. Like, you're connected to iCloud and it's shared on the back end. No, it's like it's NFC. No, it's such bullshit.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. It's totally NFC.
We're all gonna die, and we have to pay taxes. Whatever.
All right, now we've turned this topic into conspiracy corner now.
Yeah. Do you ever use conspiracy grok?
No,
There's
I didn't know that was an
conspiracy
option.
grok.
Yeah, like there's like different personas you can use for grok, and like one is like oh my god, well the conspiracy one's hilarious. He's like, tell me about
Doomsday Prepper.
Oh my gosh. Well, then you can also have it to where it's like flirty with you and everything. Like, it's just like, it is. Man, I don't even know how to even begin to describe the different features here that we have. Let's see here if I can remember how to do
it. Responds to the flirty one responds to your prompts with "How you doing?"
Yeah.
Which, by the way, happy birthday, Brian.
Thanks for remembering.
Birthday. Yeah, I did remember. I sent you the grok anime girl video of it, and you were like,
you remembered because that really inappropriate website they were talking about sent me a happy birthday email. And I shared it with you.
I sent it before that, Brian.
Whatever. You're not my real dad.
He could have sent you a bag of D's. You ever seen that one?
No.
You can go and send them anonymously to your best friend.
Okay. Let's try something else then.
Oh.
Yes, there's Grok 3, Grok 4, and Grok 4 Heavy. I don't have flirty Grok, Brian, as an option in my models.
I will find it for you. Like, it just came on, had like a deep voice. It's like, hey, I'm like, oh, jeez. Yeah, we're cooked. All right. Anyways, let's talk about the NHS.
AI's gone too far. All right, for our second topic, this will be our ransomware story of the week. The UK is moving to ban public agencies and critical infrastructure organizations from paying ransom as a result of a ransomware attack. This includes provincial and local governments, public schools, and most importantly, the publicly funded UK NHS, their national health system. The UK NHS was hit badly with the WannaCry ransomware attack, and even though paying the ransom would not have helped in that case, one of their related entities that processes blood work was recently hit, and we did a story on that. The UK believes that the estimated cost of ransomware attacks cost the UK economy millions of pounds each year and introduce unacceptable financial, health, operational risks to the country. The UK is determined to remove the financial incentive from threat actors to continue wreaking havoc with these cyber attacks.
You have to agree, like, if they take a unilateral approach across the board and everybody obeys, right, then what's the incentive for threat actors to go after them? Because they know they're not going to get paid.
It's like the whack-a-mole thing. If they can't attack public infrastructure, then they're going to go after private companies now.
Sure, absolutely.
Right. There was an interesting thing further down in that article that said, under these new measures, businesses not covered by the proposed ban will be required to notify the government if they intend to make a ransom payment and seek guidance from the government before taking action. So
not enforceable.
And government's so efficient, they'll get back to you real quick, right? While your business is spiraling down the drain.
Yeah. And the servers are on fire.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like you said, Scott, not enforceable. Yeah.
Yeah. You tell me the CEO that's going to be like, okay, I'll wait.
Yeah. In the meantime, they're losing probably millions of dollars in downtime.
We always joked in the banking industry, it was billions every 10 minutes.
Billions and billions and billions. But there's never any money for proper DR and BCP, right?
Proper security.
Don't get me started. How about the lack of good MFA for anything, right? You look at many of the systems, right? There might be basic MFA or potentially SMS, right? But true, like I kind of have joked for a long time in the financial industry is like, where's the money going to support, like if they're members of FIDO2 Alliance? Where is it? It's been 10 years.
Yeah. So Crazy. It reminds me of a time where I needed to get some foreign currency before a trip. And so I went to my little podunk credit union here in flyover country. And the branch manager had to log into a different system to go order the euros or whatever it was. And he broke out his book of passwords. And I just slam my head. Yeah. Like, oh, okay. I feel my money is safe here.
Well, it's probably a Swift terminal sitting on an air-gapped network, right? That's encrypted, and they're using a one-time passcode to get onto the terminal for using one transaction. That's typically how it works.
Definitely.
You're being way too generous with your assessment of the situation, I think.
I've been on Swift implementations, so I mean, if it was a wire, it was a wire, right?
No, I was just getting. He was ordering from like one of the local regional banks, ordering some foreign currency, so it was not a wire. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, like I said, it was just there's your book of passwords. Oh yeah, I have too many different systems. I have to keep track of all these passwords.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, it wasn't like a one-time pad book or anything like that. Yeah.
Grandpa style, right?
Mm-hmm.
Password logbook.
I found Sexy Grok. We're going to ask Sexy Grok the difference between
oh boy.
This sounds like an HR moment, Brian.
All right, let's ask it. Hey, what's the difference between the British pound and the US dollar?
The British pound and the US dollar are both currencies, but they're used in different countries and have distinct values. The pound...
It's not that sexy, to be honest with you.
But you know it's a smart answer. Yeah, it's a smart answer because it has a British accent, right?
Let's try Unhinged. Tell me the difference between between the British pound and the US dollar.
All right, you star-spangled...
HR, hello, alert.
You can bleep that out in post,
that
right?
Went south fast. Yeah, I will definitely have to edit that in post.
But anyways, it could be your best friend or your worst enemy.
So that was Grok's sexy unhinged
honey,
mode?
with a...
She's talking dirty now.
Brian's still playing with it. Yep.
Yeah, that's what she said. Anyways.
Okay, Jake from State Farm, what are you wearing?
Khakis.
We had that here in the U.S. a while ago. I remember there was this like conference of mayors where all these mayors got together and collectively, non-binding, of course, but collectively said we're not going to pay any ransoms if the local governments get hit, or I guess to some degree some higher ed too, because we had Baltimore, I think the city of Baltimore, city of Atlanta, probably the two biggest high-profile ones.
City of Dallas got hit a year ago? I think it was a year, or was it 2 now? I can't remember.
All I know is Shane Gillis lit you guys up. The Cowboys were not invited to the ESPYs, buddy.
Yeah, two towns by me, Oakley and Oakland, both got hit. But I don't think they ended up paying. I think they just rebuilt. But I remember Oakland, which is kind of a crap hole town anyway. They were like down for weeks. I remember. Like couldn't pay your utility bill, couldn't do basic government services. They were just down.
And did the
Isn't that
citizens,
like normal? That's Tuesday.
I was going to say, did the citizens notice any difference in services? Yeah.
Friend of the show, I think Greg Chu, took me to some place in Oakland. He's like, man, that's really good. We can only pay in cash. I was like, okay. And then we went and ate. It was good. But then a week later, it was shut down due to health code concerns. So no idea what I ate that day. But it was delicious.
At least you got a good meal out of it before they closed shop.
I got
cash
something.
only business. A cash only business, right? They're trying to hide something.
Yeah.
Usually laundering, right?
It was down by the docks. Like, no, it was, yeah.
Yeah.
It was a front. Yeah, I think the other part of this article, I think there is some legitimacy to if you intend to pay a ransom, you should report it. Like similar to what we have here in the U.S. If you're publicly traded, you must report any material cyber incident to the SEC.
The keyword being material.
Yeah. Have you had conversations with your customers about what determines a material incident or not?
It's like, I'm not a lawyer because my parents stay together, so no.
Yeah. I was in a customer meeting. I will obviously not say who recently, but their CISO told us that a material event in their board's view is anything over $75 million.
Chump change.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. This goes back to the whole. Right? Yeah. Bill
I'm
Clinton.
sure he has
what's the definition of is?
Exactly. So it was just interesting to me that he said those words out loud in a meeting.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not uncommon in large business to have multi-million-dollar projects that never implement, right? And they just sit there forever. We had one that was like, it was about a $15 million project, and it sat there for 5 years while they depreciated the hardware and then never actually deployed anything. So,
shelfware. Yeah, although at least here in the U.S., like I've gone to talks, where the FBI, a special agent will give a talk and say, yeah, in their opinion, I'm trying to remember. I think material for them was maybe 2 million or I can't remember if it's like 2 million or 10 million, because they said if anything lower, like there's just not enough special agents to investigate everything. But if it's like 10 million or more, then they'll actually assign someone to the case and they'll come out and help you.
Yeah, in my experience in the past with the FBI as well, you had to establish nexus. It means it had to be some sort of federal crime getting violated, crossing state lines, etc. And then, the losses had to be over a certain threshold before they could devote resources to it.
Ben, you work for the FBI?
No, I just had FBI adjacent in the past, investigating some things.
Oh, interesting. Tell us more. Or you can't.
So the short answer is customers in the healthcare industry, they had a third-party service provider who their relationship was going south. So that third-party service provider bounced through a couple of other customers over a VPN into my customer and messed up their database. And
intentional?
Intentional, absolutely. And multiple corroborating logs and evidence gathered from different resources because of all the hops going through. And what I learned out of that was apparently prosecutors, at least here in flyover country, are hamstrung when the suspect lawyers up and says nothing. They're used to people just caving or taking deals or whatever. And so it never went to prosecution, much to the dismay of all the FBI agents involved, because they said, we've never seen as much evidence available. But it was, they can't force a prosecutor to prosecute.
Hey,
wait, why did they
slam
prosecute?
dunk case?
Prosecutor didn't think they could make a case because the suspect was not willing to talk to them at all. Every time they asked him questions, he just pointed at his lawyer and said, talk to that guy.
Wow. This plead the fifth then, huh?
Yep, absolutely. What's your name? Talk to that guy. So,
Yeah, sometimes it
so
works.
what I learned is you never talk to the police, right?
This reminds me of the old Far Side cartoon, the brick thrown through the window, and it says, "Broken windows, call Al's Glass."
Right.
Yeah.
Did you know like there's a reason why the Far Side cartoons are not like on the internet?
I haven't heard
But they
that.
are.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, like
They are, but
well, they are. They're not, but the guy that actually, what was the guy's name that created it?
Gary Larson.
Gary, yeah.
Yeah, he believed that it should be like a physical like
yeah.
copy only, and he never wanted it. Like you can find them online, but it was never by him or his estate, whoever owns it. He went physical copies of it only. So I actually have
Interesting.
I shouldn't say I do. My son has a book, like I think it's like 4 or 5 deep of every comic that's ever done by him.
That's cool.
Yeah, I love the
Farsight's
Far Side.
awesome.
For years, I'd have the page a day calendars of all the different Far Sides.
Oh yeah, it was good, man. So clever.
My favorite one, the little kid pushing on the door, and it says "Pull."
School
and it
for
was like
school for the gifted.
School for the gifted.
Yeah.
Yes.
We've all been there, especially Chris.
Oh, yeah. For our third topic, they say necessity is the mother of all innovation, and threat actor group calling themselves Poison Seed is doing just that. With the growing popularity of passkeys and FIDO2 authentication with phishing resistance, such as YubiKey, threat actors are having a harder time phishing users. Poison Seed is using the old trick of protocol downgrade to attack the user to get a less secure protocol to phish the user. The attack starts with using a cloned login page such as Microsoft 365 or Okta to get the user's username and password. The attacker then uses the legitimate credentials on a real page, then sends a WebAuthn request to the authentication server for something called a cross-device compatible login. So instead of asking for the FIDO2 second factor on the device, the phishing page now shows a QR code or sends a push notification to the user's mobile device to convince the user to complete the login and bypass the FIDO2 strong authentication method.
What does FIDO stand for?
I'm throwing it to Scott. He should know.
Shoot, I knew you were going to ask.
I bet you
Federated
sexy
identity.
Gross
Better,
knows.
yeah, it's
Something like that,
ID
yeah.
is identity. I can't
Ask
remember
Sexy
now.
Grok.
Yeah, what does Sexy Grok say?
Let's find out. Let's see. What does FIDO2 stand for?
A 502 error means this.
It said 502 error. What an idiot. Never mind.
Yeah,
I've been dealing with a 502 error with a customer. It's kind of funny.
Is that bad gateway?
Yeah. That's so the cross-device compatible login. That means it's like a pass key that's not tied to the device, right? So it can just be reused across multiple devices.
I think it's like when you, like if you ever try to log into Okta using your iPhone, like YubiKey is not like that compatible with iPhones, so they let you log in with like Okta Verify instead of YubiKey. It's something like that, but they do that on the desktop. Because if you're on a desktop, it'll say, well, of course you should have your YubiKey. There's no other option. But if you send this cross-device request, it'll give you other options, which normally would not be available to you on desktop.
Seems parallel to kind of account recovery too, right? When you think about
Yes.
like, if I've got hard MFA on an account, but I do a password recovery, a lot of times you can get around the limitations, right? And then just reset to something at a lower strength.
Exactly. That's exactly how all those scattered spider kids are getting into accounts. They're like calling the help desk to reset or remove the second factor authentication because there's always some kind of recovery mechanism because there's some C-level person out there that says, I forgot my YubiKey at home. You got to remove it. And then there's some mechanism that allows for that.
FIDO stands for the Fast Identity Online Alliance.
Two.
There you go.
Don't
Number
forget the number 2.
Second generation.
Yeah.
Wow. So WebAuthn is one way. What's the other way of the other protocol is pretty common? Do you guys know?
OIDC.
Maybe. I didn't see that. It was CTAP2, Client Authentication Protocol 2.
Yeah, those work in combination.
Yeah. All I know is that I'm a huge fan of it. So YubiKey is good, and good luck phishing me.
Until you get that cross-device QR code that you got to scan. Like I wasn't expecting that.
I'm not doing that.
I got a pretty good
Scott's
phishing
camera
email.
just follows him around where he's walking. Is that like the?
Isn't that fancy?
They move.
It did. Is that the? Is it a webcam that moves, or is it the Apple one?
It's the studio display does that automatically.
Oh, do some jumping jacks.
Look at you, fancy.
Loser.
Hey, I got my new MacBook, so I can actually run dual display now.
Nice.
You couldn't run dual display last time?
No, I was stuck on the old M1 from like 2020. So now I've got an M4.
I've had dual displays on my MacBook for the last 5 years.
I was doing the display link. It was like I'm trying to remember what it was called, but I used a little USB device that could actually take a copy of the screen to a second display, so I could do the second display. But man, the overhead on that stunk. So.
Yeah, it's so weird that like literally a Windows machine from 2018 can do it no problem. Just HDMI DisplayPort done. But for Mac, it's like install the special driver, buy this $80 adapter. Like
so you could do it on the Mac until I think Sequoia is the one that dropped it. They dropped the support for
killed it
natively. Yeah.
As Apple does, sell more adapters.
Yes.
Or sell. I guess they said it was like a limitation of the M1 hardware, but then I think it's like if you went with the M1 Pro or the M1 Max, then all of a sudden this restriction was removed. So it's just like to upsell you on the better processors.
Yeah. Pay the premium.
Pay the vig.
Yeah, pay the vig. Yeah. Well, this type of attack just goes to show, change is the necessary for survival. That if you don't get with the times, the attack campaigns that utilize traditional phishing methods are going to die out because of FIDO2. But if you can find a way around FIDO2, that's the only way you're going to be successful now.
Why did you write device passwords there at the bottom? This
is similar to what Scott was talking about for like things like protocol downgrade attacks, where like I have an Xbox 360. Like that came out, I want to say like 15 plus years ago. And if I want to log into my Microsoft account on this Xbox 360, it does not support two-factor authentication because it just asks for login and password. It doesn't know what to do with the second factor. So what you do is you go into Microsoft, you create what's called a device password, which is not your normal password, but it's like a really long string, maybe 64 characters. And you enter this into the Xbox and Microsoft will accept it, but it's only good for that one device. And what was happening was these threat actors would break into accounts, create these device passwords, and then install that device password on their own box. And then that completely bypasses any kind of multi-factor authentication, even FIDO2.
And why do you still have an Xbox 360? What are you playing? And why are you the guy that demands?
I haven't turned
Duke
that on
Nukem.
in ages. Yeah, Duke Nukem. Or Rock Band. I still have Rock Band on there, actually. But for devices that don't support multi-factor authentication, I mean, most modern things do, but for backwards compatibility, they still have to have these device passwords around. And it is a big threat to have these things around because it completely bypasses multi-factor authentication. Why is Scott messing with my next question?
He's peeking.
I know, no peeking.
Well, I saw Unicide, and I'm like, I think you mean Unicode.
Yeah.
Maybe he's trying to put a new emoji in there.
There you go. I know. All right, for our last topic, and it'll be a rotating topic every week. This week, we're going to talk about World Emoji Day. Last week, we celebrated World Emoji Day, and I thought it'd be fun to play some emoji trivia. So this is for the group. Since I obviously know the answer, I will be asking the questions. First one with the answer wins internet points. Some fun emoji facts to get us started. First released in 1999 for NTT in Japan, so the emojis turned 26 this year. Approximately 10 billion with the B emoji are sent every day. In 2015, they introduced skin tones to emoji. According to studies, 92% of online users use emoji daily, and the Unicode Consortium approves all new emoji. On to some trivia. How many emoji exist today?
255. It's a limitation to the keyboard. I don't know.
You're a little low,
255 or
Brian.
256?
Yeah. I'm a little low. There's more than 255.
There's more than 255.
All right.
Well,
512.
Unicode's a double.
It's an ASCII
Unicode's
code
a double byte,
limitation.
but it's double byte,
Yeah.
isn't it?
It's
Yes.
So it'd be
Yes.
what?
So 16
Like
bits.
probably 60. Yeah, 16 bits. So 60,000 something, right?
So
Minus the regular ASCII characters.
65,000.
Well, but you can't have all those. They can't have all of them because there's like real work needs to be done by letters and numbers and other types of Unicode characters.
Okay, so 64,000.
Does Wingdings count?
No, Wingdings is just
font.
That's a font.
Yeah.
All right. I know, guys. Come on. I'm trying to have fun here. Yes, end with
64,000
me
would
here.
be the upper limit. The correct answer is 3,790 if you include skin tones.
All right, so we got plenty of room to add more emojis. Got it.
So you're
Yeah,
saying there's
exactly.
only 500 if we take out the skin tones?
No, because the skin tones only. Well, yeah, not everything. Like if you think about like the dog face, like there's no skin tone. What are you typing in, Scott? Stop messing with my sheet.
I'm not typing anything. I was just looking at what you're hiding over there.
I said no peeking, Scott. Yes, 3,790 includes skin tones. I guess like the people ones and the hands I think have skin tones, but like if you have like a sushi roll, there's no skin tone for sushi roll. There's only just
Or
one
the
sushi
turd
roll
emoji, right? The turd
The
emoji.
turd
There's a-
emoji.
Are there skin tones for turd emoji?
No. I think there's a
Like,
sparkly
yeah.
one though, right? There's multicolored.
Brian eating vegetables, Brian eating only steak. You know, you got to have that diversity in there. All right, what is the least used emoji globally?
Eggplant.
No.
I think there's
No,
plenty
that's probably
of
the
usage of
most
that.
used.
The
Brian's
flag.
most used emoji.
I'll give you a hint. It's an animal emoji.
Zebra, croc, deer, turtle, monkey, shark, giraffe.
The fact that you
Panda.
know that all these exist probably means that it's not the least used. When I read this answer, I didn't know that there was one for this
Anteater.
animal, and which is probably why it's the least used.
Fish. Deer, duck.
It is the snail. So the snail emoji is the least
Really?
used emoji globally. Yeah.
Not
Interesting.
today. We're not at those numbers right now.
Yeah, we're gonna start using that sucker. You would
I
think
use
that
it
would
in
get
everything that I do. Everything.
you would think it would get used for people complaining about somebody's taking too long to get back to them or something, right?
Somebody
It kind of
slow.
looks like Jaja
Yeah.
Binks.
Yeah.
Either that or escargot. Like that's the only other time I could think of anyone ever using that particular one. Okay, next one. This one surprised me legitimately. The least used emoji in the U.S., not globally, but just in the U.S. And I'll give you a hint on this one too. Since there's 3,000 of them, I'll at least narrow it down. It's one of the hand gestures.
Middle finger.
You're right.
No.
Brian actually got it right.
What?
Yes. The middle finger is the least used emoji in the U.S.
So
I
I
think we're-
clearly have some degenerate friends then, because that's not in my experience.
Like, we
I
gotta
never
pump
would have
those
guessed that
numbers
had you
up.
said it wasn't a surprise.
Yeah, so it was a surprise and it was a hand gesture. So yeah, I guess it kind of
That
gave
is
it away on that
surprising.
one.
I would think the opposite.
Yeah, I use it at least 10 times a day, so I'm helping to improve those numbers.
Right.
All right, 2024 global numbers. This is the last year we have full year of data's worth. The most used emoji in 2024 globally.
Whatever the LOL.
Thumbs up, or a laughing emoji.
What category? Is it hand gesture or facial expression?
This one I think is, if I remember correctly, it's facial. It's a facial expression.
It's a hot one.
Probably.
The eye roll.
Actually, let me see. Oh, yeah. Okay. And Scott messed it up again.
No, that was me. That was my fault.
I messed it
That
up.
was Brian. That was Ben. Yeah, so this is a face gesture. Most used emoji in 2024.
Is it an emotion? Is it barfing?
It is an emotion, yeah.
Okay.
Is it the eye roll?
It is not the eye roll.
Let me see here.
Yeah, like the rolling on the floor, laughing, whatever, right? It would be my.
Is it the salute?
No. So the
That's
most
my
used
bad.
emoji 2024 globally, the loud crying face. So there's a crying face with two streams of tears coming down the eyes. Apparently that was
Loud.
the most used.
There's a bunch of
emoji in
emotional
2024.
idiots out there.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if
The
it's
straight on one versus the sideways one.
No, it's the
Yeah.
one that.
it's
the
not a
one that-
tier. It's like two streams.
Oh, the streams coming
the
down.
streams,
Okay.
yeah.
Interesting.
Which I think, like, I was trying to think through this why that would be, because you could use it to express sadness, but you could also like sarcastically use it, like, "Oh, I'm so busy today," and then loud crying face.
My kids
Could be
use it
that.
like that.
Huh. I don't know that I've ever used that emoji.
Like- You ever get an emoji and you're like, you realize the person's using it wrong?
Oh yeah, especially with my
think-
parents.
Yes.
back to
parents. There you go.
Brian's comment about the eggplant.
There was a joke about a mom sending a text to a daughter, like, and something bad had happened, and then the response was LOL, and she thought it meant lots of love.
Instead of laughing.
She's like, "Why are you laughing at me? Someone just died." And you're like, "No, lots of love."
Yeah. All right, most used emoji in the United States, not globally.
Eggplant. Water.
This one is a
That's two emojis, Brian.
It's a symbol.
eggplant water.
Squirt gun.
Yeah, it's a symbol.
American flag.
No, funny enough, no. So in the interest of time, since you get all
Heart.
the puzzle,
Thumbs up
Heart.
or
Oh.
something.
yeah, Scott got it. It's the red heart. So the red heart is the most used emoji in the U.S. And if you go to emojitracker.com, it actually gives you a breakdown of, I think there's 9 different countries here. So the red heart is actually the number one used emoji in 7 out of the 9. But for India and the Philippines, it's
Purple.
the hands creating the heart emoji that is number 1.
I saw
So
that.
something about
Interesting.
Southeast Asia, they don't use the actual heart. They use the hands creating the heart emoji. Let's see, I'm going to skip this one. Which emoji introduced in 2016 sparked controversy as being politically motivated?
Are you using your UK accent again to sound smarter there?
2016.
Controversy.
Controversy.
Probably something.
Internationally or in the U.S.?
International. I would think it's more U.S. focused, I would say.
I would imagine it has something to do with an orange.
Well, it's not the orange, no.
The gun emoji.
Yes, Brian got it. So in 2016,
Wow.
they removed
they
the
changed
revolver
it.
and put in a
Yeah.
squirt
Oh,
gun.
that's right. Yeah, to
Yeah.
the squirt gun.
Yes, people thought the Unicode Consortium was pushing some kind of gun control agenda that they wanted to remove images of firearms and put in this squirt gun instead.
I wonder if we can find the old one and just use it. You know, you can make your own
Make your own emoji. Yeah. Put it back.
AR. Got my Draco.
There was, I don't remember. I know there was a post by Google, so I don't know if this was specifically the Unicode Consortium or if it was Google itself on Android or Google devices, but the salad emoji used to have an egg in it, and then they removed the egg because it upset vegans that the salad had an egg in it. So it's just like,
Poor
I think it's just
Victor,
like lettuce and
probably
tomato
crying.
now. Or Victor.
In his bed of lettuce.
So the emojis are getting woke.
Somewhat, yeah. I mean, it seems that way. I think Brian should probably get this one. Last question. Which emoji is frequently used to represent a backside?
Peach.
I was thinking
Peach.
Yeah.
It's all about
Correct.
the peach.
All about the
I usually would think that would be something else, but
Yeah, I did too, but
Ain't that a peach? Famous last line from Cheech and Chong.
Well, thanks for playing. That was our 2025 World Emoji Day trivia for everybody.
Let's not do it again next year.
We continue to get great comments about our dad joke of the week.
Dad joke of the week.
This week, our guest co-hosts, Scott and Ben, are up. And we'll start with Scott.
Oh, all right. Debating which one I was going to share. Let's go with, what was the foot's favorite kind of chips?
Foot chips.
Doritos.
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 Toes. Oh, Doritos.
Oh, Chris, damn, bro, you never were that slow.
Doritos.
Okay.
All right, Ben, you're up.
Why is Billy Joel's laundry still wet?
Why is that?
Not his mother.
Because he didn't start the dryer.
Start. Wow.
I don't get it.
Oh,
That's even funnier.
Does he have a song he doesn't start the dryer or something?
We didn't start the fire. Is a
Billy Joel sang that song? We didn't start the fire.
The fire. Yeah. So
wow, learn something new every day.
Yeah, it's a song, but not familiar with the artist.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, back when I was giving out Werther's originals, back in the 80s, it was a pretty popular song.
All right, to wrap things up, Ring did not get hacked. It was just a database glitch. The UK is banning government and critical infrastructure companies from paying ransoms. FIDO2 is bypassable for now. And happy World Emoji Day. That's all I have for this week. We hope you enjoyed this week's episode. You can find us on LinkedIn. Links will be in the description. Follow us on Instagram at PEBCAK Podcast. Thank you to our listeners and subscribers. Rate us 5 stars in the iTunes Store and Spotify and left us a review. We appreciate you all spreading the word to help grow the show. The best way to find us is to search for the PEBCAK Podcast on your favorite podcast listening app. My co-host Brian Deach and our guest co-hosts Scott Savage and Ben Kessler. I'm Chris Louie. Thanks for listening. We'll see you all next weekend. As always, have a nice day.
Bye, Felicia.
Have a nice day.